Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about why I'm into disability sports. Because I'm disabled. Okay, so really, I'll go a bit more in depth on the actual reasons as to how I get into each sport and the stories behind them, I guess. Try and make sure you guys can see and hear me. But basically, I'm going to go from when I first started sports, a little bit about each sport, and then, where I am with them now. So, first sport that I did with a disability properly was horse riding, and that was just as a physiotherapy thing at first. I went riding a couple of times to... Okay. I'm sure the camera would love to see you, come on. Camera shied off. Just to help stretch my legs. I had to spread my legs to get them over the horse and stuff. So that's how it originally started with the horse riding, but it turns out I'm good at that, so I just continue to do it. Now, my story with that is quite long. I'm going to try and shorten it down as much as I can, but I rode with the RDA, Riding for the Disabled Association, when I was 7 or 8, I think. And yeah, they just taught me a bunch of stuff. And then as I got better, I started getting to a bunch of competitions within the RDA, and then into national competitions for disability. And that was really fun. I ended up owning my own horse for a while. So yeah, that was kind of that. So with riding for the RDA and doing all of these competitions and stuff nationally, I did pretty well. I don't know if I was ready for the Paralympics. I came top 3 or 4 in almost every competition. However, to be honest, I wouldn't have chosen me if I was choosing people, because I fell off once while doing it, but it was when I was doing stuff that I really shouldn't have struggled with. So yeah, that's enough about that. I feel like I'm kind of going on a bit about it too much. But basically, yeah, I was kind of good at that. Almost went to Paralympics with it. Almost tried out to get on the Paralympic squad. But I just didn't think it was a good choice for me. So then, what's next, What is the next big thing that I'm going to do? And that will be fucking make this plane shut the fuck up. Why do you come over my house when I'm recording, you fuck? So, now that plane's gone. The next sport that I want to talk about is wheelchair racing. And this is fucking amazing. I love it. Basically, you have these specially designed wheelchairs that go fast. And I will explain with some pictures while editing this video, I guess, how you use them. But basically, it started off by doing a multi-activity thing, or multi-sport thing, at a school that I will not name. Yeah, they saw me getting up onto a trampoline and then using a trampoline with just my arms. What I would do is place my hands on the floor and then bounce like that. While on the trampoline, getting quite high, especially if I have someone else bouncing as well, I just fucking fly. Yeah, I should get into trampolining, I swear to God. But no, that isn't something that I really want to do yet. But, wheelchair racing. So they saw me doing a lot of stuff with my arms that most people my age, even with wheelchairs, couldn't do. And they just came up to me, and it was quite a while ago, so I can't remember exactly how it went. But they basically said, you've got some really nice upper body strength, we think you'd be good at wheelchair racing. And then they gave me a form, took it home to my mum. she signed it, and then a couple of weeks later I was doing wheelchair racing. And that is kind of a weird story, but basically my journey with that is kind of interesting as well. So my journey with wheelchair racing is kind of awkward. Well, not awkward, but kind of a long one, because it's got a lot of stories. But basically, my first races, and even races now, I get terrified by the gun, like the starting gun. I don't know why, it always just makes me jump and freeze, and then I go. By then, most people have gone. So yeah, I'm not the best at starting. However, I am good at going. So usually it takes people 5 seconds to get to full speed. It takes me like not even close to that, like 2 seconds, 3 seconds last time I checked. And when I was 14 or 15, I did a couple of races against people who were 20, 25, I think at the time. No, one of them had just turned 18. So one of them was 18 and the other one was 20. So I had a better start than them when there was no pistol, no starting pistol, at a race that we usually do near me. So yeah, I feel like I've gone off topic a bit. Basically, I don't like the pistols that start the gun, that start the race. It always makes me jump, always makes me freeze. But I am good at racing. I competed nationally a couple of times. I got some pictures of that as well, you know, in my racing wheelchair. And it is just a load of fun. Now, I've done tons of competitions, I can't really go through them all, but I've done the London Marathon quite a few times. I can't wait to do that again. I'm so looking forward to it. But the nationals, I am usually top 2 or 3, no, top 1 or 2, and it's usually very close. Now, I don't know if that'll be the same now, because I had to stop it because COVID happened and I need to get my wheelchair refitted, and it's a bunch of stuff. But basically, I can't do proper racing at the moment, for a couple of reasons, because of not fitting in it and needing to get fitted, but COVID's happened, so I can't go and get fitted, so it's this whole thing. But when I did my last proper race, I found out that if I was to race David Weir when he was my age, I would beat him. And that is something that makes me want to keep on going with it. I can't wait for COVID to be over and I can get back to the track and get back to racing. So yeah, that's kind of my story for that. Obviously, stopped because of COVID and needing to get refitted. I do anything from 100-metre races to 10-kilometre races. I want to do marathons. I just wasn't old enough before COVID, and now COVID's happened and I can't do any marathons, so I'm kind of fucked. But yeah, I feel like I've gone enough about that as well. So here is some pictures from winning one of the races, and just blocking out some of the pictures and stuff, or some of the people. You know, I did the London Marathon, a couple of races closer to home. I had to block it out because it has the locations and stuff, so sorry about that. But yeah, you don't actually hold on to it. I'll do a video if you want, talking about how you use a racing chair. Maybe even show you guys. But yeah, it's always been fun. Had a bit of an awkward face there, getting ready to go for the push. I absolutely love it. You know, I always have a great time doing it. And this next one is from the London Marathon. I just came around the corner now, and I go ahead and beat these 2 people behind me. The clip doesn't show it all, but that's what happened. And it was a great day. I absolutely love doing these races and stuff, and I can't wait to get back to doing them. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Here is some of the medals from one of the races, and here are just some more pics from the London Marathon. But here we're getting into some of the more horse riding bits. This is from different competitions and just training sessions, me looking very professional, And yeah, this was the championships, as I said. It was an absolutely great time. Kind of missed doing it, but I don't think I will get back into it. Now, as for other sports that I like, now, wheelchair basketball is something that I like doing. We used to do that as a warm-up and a cool-down for the wheelchair racing. We'd go to this gym that was near the track and just play a couple of rounds. It's always fun. I always liked doing it. Now, I wouldn't compete in it, probably, because I'm not very good at shooting. But it's always fun, and if I got the chance to play it professionally and like get good at shooting, then I would. But it's just not something that I think I could do. Like, especially compared to the fact that I've got YouTube going on and want to get back into the racing and college/jobs whenever I have them. I don't think I could do that as well. So definitely want to go to the Olympics with the wheelchair racing and just do wheelchair basketball as and when I get offered it. Yeah, that's pretty much that. I've also done wheelchair rugby once. There's a thing that my school did where we could go and do wheelchair basketball because one of the clubs did like the sponsorship thing with my school. And we got to go in the rugby chairs. We got to go in the, like everyone did in my year group. Basically, it's fucking amazing. Now, it was able-bodied people as well as me on a team against just a bunch of able-bodied people. So they kind of had an advantage, but not really because they weren't as experienced as me. So it was a good game. Now that is something that is like wheelchair basketball, where I loved doing it. However, I wouldn't compete in it because in Australia they call it murder ball, enough said. But it's always fun when I do it, and I can actually shoot shots, and I can get goals. But yeah, wheelchair rugby is something that I would do if offered, but I just don't for some reason, because again, I'm just busy with other things. Now, I feel like I've gone enough about all my sporting adventures, you know. I have a couple of other sports that I like to do, but none of them are really like sports that I would consider doing professionally. I go out doing weights at home, I do pull-ups and sit-ups, but they're not really that interesting. It's just kind of working out because I need something to do at the moment. Yeah, that is my sporting adventure. I haven't done horse riding, as I said. Want to continue doing the wheelchair racing, but haven't done it in a while. And I can't wait to get back to it. So, that's all for today's video, guys. What wheelchair sports / disability sports / just regular sports do you do? Let me know in a comment. Love to hear it. If you have any questions about them, I will try and get in touch with you. But until then, see you in the next video. Bye!